Alright, I might have disappeared for most of the year again, but look, things happen, life gon' life, and let's just be happy that we're here right now. With that being said, it's the downtime of NBA 2K25, and all that means is we're now on the way to NBA 2K26. So on top of that, that means we got a whole lot of things that are slowly about to start dropping for us as the weeks leading up to August 29th go on. So, returning from NBA 2K24 and 25 is the ProPlay animation capture method. It's still basically the same thing that has been from the last 2 years, taking actual moves from NBA players and what they do in-game to create new animations and player interactions. It's meant to make explosive moves move better, make you stop more on key, and make all-around movement feel better and more realistic, while still allowing you to keep control of said player and to just keep things fresh as the year goes on.
In 2K26, ProPlay powers the all-new dynamic motion engine, using machine learning technology to make your actions feel more lifelike and realistic. Dynamic lower body pose matching adjusts the exact positioning of players' legs and feet on the fly to remove the skating seen in past games, and ensure that players launch, plant, and cut realistically. This is the biggest change to player movement since NBA 2K21, offering a fresh and authentic feeling every time you step on the court.
It's really not that much to say about this, besides, it's what we already had with simple ideas and simple improvement. We won't really know the pure effect of how they've updated the engine until we truly get our hands on the game ourselves. So we're just gonna leave this one to be what it is, just what they're telling us. So, as you can see, the rhythm shooting mechanic from NBA 2K25 is returning, but they've made some changes to how the mechanic itself works. In 25, rhythm shooting, as we know, worked off of you flicking the stick according to how your player's animation was playing out. But in 26, the mechanic has changed, giving you full control of the speed and tempo of said shot. How you flick the stick will affect the speed of your jumper, still giving you the idea of early and late or quick and slow releases. The biggest part of this has to be the new part where if a defender is closing out, you can early the timing but still do the tempo correctly and still make the shot compared to having the green both this year. For example, I feel like in the clip right here, this would be a good example of this mechanic if I had to compare it to what it would look like in the current year. Even though, yeah, it's 25, I have to time both correctly here. I believe that in 26, if I see the defender closing out the way that he did, I can completely disregard my timing and then just focus on the tempo of the shot to still make it. Like I said, I'm not really sure though. This is just pure speculation from me. I'm just going off of what it sounds like it would be. And I just thought that this clip right here would be able to give somewhat of a good visual to what they're trying to verbally explain to us without actually giving a solid example of it. Alright, so coming off the tangent of rhythm shooting, the next thing that's up on the list is probably something that a lot of people are either concerned about, want to hear about, or don't want to hear about. But at the end of the day, it's here and we got to talk about it. So we all know NBA 2K25 introduced the shot timing profiles for regular shots and layups, aka high risk, normal risk, and low risk. Something that a lot of people would either love to hear or hate to hear is that they're already leaving for NBA 2K26. Don't panic though, because the next thing I'm about to say is actually going to make such a big difference in how you're going to view this change. In NBA 2K26, all RNG and shooting is gone. Simple as that. 2K26 will be the first 2K to actually implement a full pure green window, compared to 2K19 and 2K24, where the pure green window was literally just in the center of your jump shot timing. This means that no matter where you land inside of your green window, whether it be on the edge, in the middle, or at the end of it, it's a 100% make chance. And the only time this differs to where you'll be able to make whites is in modes where the difficulty is really pro or lower, honestly. And the only time you're really going to be doing that is like offline modes, because you can't really control the difficulty in places other than that. So basically, the size of your window is really going to vary based off the mode of your playing. For example, in Proving Grounds and Pro-Am, you'll have a tighter window because it's higher difficulty, higher competition. But in my team, the window will be bigger to account for having to learn multiple players' jump shots. And the last thing about this is, like I said, since this is here for layups, that means layup timing will be forced on for everyone. But if you use timing in NBA 2K24, you'll know for open layups, it'll probably be the easiest thing ever to make. It's probably not going to be that hard to miss. It's going to be very hard to miss, actually. So don't dwell on that one. But for contested layups, good luck to the real player percentage warriors. God bless y'all souls. Well, since we're coming off the tangent of layups now, I feel like it's a good time to mention that they've decided to give us full customization over our layup package, similar to how dunk styles work. Normally, when you equip one layup package, you're kind of just stuck to everything that's in the package. In 26, these options open up for you to have a different package for your normal, reverse, scoop, euro, hop, and spin layups. This is a great thing for those who either opt for a higher layup than dunk, or for those who just use both, as it's a very well-known thing that some animations in layup packages just stink. But there might be that one animation in there that absolutely just makes the package crazy. AKA Devin Booker Floater from 2K24, we're looking at you. Hard as hell. But like I said, just think of having D-Book's Floater, Kyrie's Reverse, Michael Jordan's Spin Layup, all in one package. If I really have never used Michael Jordan's Spin Layup, by the way, I kind of was just throwing things out there. But yeah, you get the gist. Now, the last time I've seen customization open up this much was 2K11, because they just let you throw anything in there. Like, we're getting layup styles, we have dunk styles now. I don't know, maybe when 27 roll around, we might see the ISO left, the ISO right, we might see that come back. But hey, who knows? All speculation. They didn't say anything about it for this year, so let's just throw that on the wish list for next year. Jesus Christ, 26 hasn't even come out and I'm already starting things for the next year's wish list. Yeah, this is bad. Let's just get to the next category. Oh my god.
2K26 uses system-driven technology to generate player-to-player collisions that are more reliable compared to previously scripted motion-captured animations.
So now we're on to defense. In years past, NBA 2K's defensive system was motion captured just like the rest of the animations of the game. But now there's a system in place to have defense be less scripted and correspond to how the offense is moving itself. I can't really give a true example of this as it's something new to the game, so basically all I have for this one is what we would see in the gameplay trailer, and then we'll leave that one to see how it really all goes once we all get our hands on the game and test it for ourselves.
Interesting. I'm not sure if this is something we've ever seen in 2K before. So let's see what we got here.
Yeah, so this is actually a small but really helpful addition when I saw it for the first time. Maybe I was just out of the loop because I didn't really play on big builds until the last year, but I never knew when to press triangle to jump for a rebound. I kind of just pressed triangle randomly. So if you're like me and you didn't know, the ideal time to jump for a rebound is right before the ball makes its final bounce off the rim. So if a ball bounces twice before coming down, it is that final bounce that matters. And this year, when you do have an excellent timed rebound, you are going to see a green flash below your player's feet, just like you see in this clip of the Thunder. And if you do nail the timing and get a green rebound, it is going to significantly boost your chances of securing the ball. So it is important to get the rebound timing right, to have the best chance of grabbing the board over somebody who might not know their timing as well as you do. And this green flash is really there to kind of help educate you and help you learn and adjust to when you have to jump.
Okay, now this one right here, after they talked about it on stream, I saw everybody go into absolute maniac mode. Rebound timing. This is a feature that has everyone in shambles right now, but I can already tell you that this mechanic has been a thing inside of the game. Right now, this is more of the developers just giving us a visual indicator on how well we're actually timing our jump to get the rebound. Us as players have been doing this, and that would show by some of the crazy animations we're getting, such as the snag animations, or literally just ripping the ball out of someone's hands on a rebound attempt. Now, for newer players, this is actually such a great addition to the game, because most of them probably wouldn't have known about a mechanic like this, and then maybe question why the ball just slips through their hands, or they look at the ball and it just goes the other way. And even if there's situations where two players that both time it well, it now is just going right back down to positioning and rating compared to it just being a guessing game. It's a better mechanic than what they explained it like. It kind of just sent everyone into a shock. It's not bad. We've been doing it. It's just they could have explained it a little better.
Last but not least, we've added some new offensive controls to give players a more intuitive, deliberate, and free-flowing experience. Ball handlers can now shield themselves from steals by reacting with the Quick Protect mechanic. The introduction of Quick Protect will bring more balance and lead to more skill-based outcomes. You can even use it to put defenders in jail, just like Luka and other strong guards love to do.
Alright, so now we're kind of down to the last thing that I can actually talk about and give some type of example to the conversation, which is the Quick Protect mechanic. The Quick Protect mechanic is something that has been in the game, and it's just something that they're really improving on right now. With the new Quick Protect mechanic, you now have the option to steal off the ball when someone's reaching for it, and you can hook your defender to your hip to make it harder for them to get the ball while driving to the rim. But even with the examples that they gave from their side of the gameplay in 26, we can already see that even back in 24 and 25 right now, this has been a mechanic in the game. It's just more of them actually improving upon it right now and making it better and more of a defensive stance for having the ball than what it is now, because sometimes even when you hold L2, you will and can still lose the ball. I hope it's not a thing where it's like, even if you're doing it, you just can't lose it, period, because even if the ball is loose and you're in L2, you should still lose it. That's all I'm saying, though. But with all of this out the way, I know there's a whole lot of things in the actual report that I actually feel like I couldn't give a direct example to, such as the go-to post shot, since I'm really not a post player and I can't give any like way of how that would work in the post, since I really don't know most of the mechanics, I'm gonna be honest. The changes to passing mechanics, which I just can't do because it's not in the game. It's in the report though. It's a simple part. It's at the end of the report. And even the new screening mechanics. But like I said, if you want to go check out the report to yourself, the link to the full courtside report will be left in the description of this video. But that's not the end of this video. Well, it is, but it's just, you know, me leaving you with this. Next week, we do have more on the presentation and my career side of things. And for the My Team players, you guys might as well stay tuned for the next 2 weeks too, because after the My Career week, it's finally time for you guys. And, like I said earlier in the video, Mike is being very active on the timeline again, as he always does before the game releases. So if you have any questions for him, make sure you put them in the official NBA 2K Discord, or just comment under one of his tweets when he actually gives out one of the tweets from a question that was already answered. With that being said, that's me for now though, and I will catch you guys back here next week with the My Career Community Report. See you guys on the other side.